Today I want to talk about Yoshihiro Togashi's um, system of NEN. I personally was a spiritual person all my life, or rather I tried to be, but most of the time I didn't quite get it, or I I did get it uh, more than other people, but it was still hard to get my head around it. But I came across some systems which just clicked with me instantly, and NEN was one of them. So I thought about it a lot, and to be honest, it's so simple so beautiful in its simplicity, and in the end, I just want to thank Togashi himself for creating such a simple but realistic and wonderful system. Uh, Now, what is it? NEN. NEN is in general the aura of a person, and I know aura doesn't exist in the real world, but I do believe that there are maybe or hopefully I think I want to believe that there are more things in the world than just the physical and not. It's a little bit. I want it to believe. I want that it is there. It isn't, but I want it. And then is simply the aura, the raw or the spiritual energy of someone, the possibility of someone, the strengths and weaknesses, and it is something a person has or has not. I believe that everyone can or has NEN in that situation, but some will always have more NEN, even if one trains very hard. Not everyone can have the biggest NEN. It's simply that, yeah. Some just are more capable of expressing oneself, and that's also one part of it. NEN is the expression of oneself. So how do you get NEN? It's simple. You see that there is NEN, and now you see that there is something, and then you have 10. Yeah, 10. And it is simply the realization that you are something, and that you are really something, like that you are there. And with that thought come other thoughts, but in the end it's more like the basic step. You elevated yourself from a non-being to a being. And of course, everything and everyone is already a being, but with 10, the realization, the real part begins, the real story, the real story of you. And of course, 10 has always to be improved. Yeah, you can achieve it so that you can use 10 always, so you can be always present in the moment, with meditation most of the time. Or if you just have luck and you are predisposed to be more present, then you always have 10. Yeah. And it's just being in the moment, having your body in your mind, having the situation in your mind. It's also a defense mechanism for a lot of addictions, for example. Being in the present and seeing that for example, after a good night's sleep, you don't necessarily need to drink that second cup of coffee or even the first one. And to be honest, 10 elevates you so much. It's the first step of a real human being. And if you get it, there's so much potential with it. I mean, it's nothing special. You won't get any superpowers, or at least any real superpowers, yeah. But you get powers. I mean, it's incredible. You just am for the first time in your life, for most of you, yeah. I mean, some were at the moment in particular situations that there was a feeling of being, but most of the time it's just autopilot, uh, like a zombie mode. That's not good. That's not good at all. But with 10, there's the first realization, and with that first realization and the power you get from it, you realize after time, yeah, you have to include it in yourself, yeah, but not only in yourself, because after you see that so many people don't have 10, are in the moment, don't have the realization that they are someone, you feel better. You feel simply better than the people around you, and you realize that you are better, and you realize that you are you are someone real, someone big, someone cool, someone, and this gives you even more power, and you see it for what it is, and you see even more, and you want even more, and you want everything, and then after you want everything, you get everything, because you achieved NEN. Yeah, so it's NEN, the big picture, then 10, it's you yourself, and after you realize that you are 10, you must realize that you are REN, and it's more, it's simply you are everything. And with this realization, of course, I will talk about it in a second with Zetsu, because Ren is extremely dangerous, as is Zetsu, because no one likes someone who is narcissistic and thinks of himself or herself far too much, and that's a good way of thinking. I mean, one has to achieve something before even having having something. I mean, you can't do nothing and think of yourself like a god, but why not? I mean, I know I contradicted myself, but with Ren, you see the things that are more. You see more, and it's not the power. It's nothing special, but you see more. You want more. You can achieve more. You know that you can achieve more. You know that you are more. You know that you're allowed to do more than just nothing. You have to do more than nothing. Why? Because you are someone. Why can't you be the one? And with the Ren, you achieve it. You just achieve it. And after a while, I know it's getting crazier and crazier, because then you are everything, and you must stop yourself from that thinking. And that's why I like NEN so much, because it's perfectly balanced. So that you get firstly with 10 and then Ren, and you get to infinity and beyond, and you catch yourself again with Zetsu, and it's this continuous motion of finding yourself, seeing that you're better, and believing in yourself, and then getting yourself back to the ground with Zetsu, and getting yourself below the ground with Zetsu, and getting yourself even lower, because you are nothing. It's completely stupid of you to even believe that you are someone. It's completely stupid. You are no one. You are simply no one. You are no one. It's laughable how simple and dumb and stupid you are. It's laughable. You are no one. I mean, who gives you the right to even think about such things? No one. You are no one. And it's beautiful. I mean, those feelings you have, those self-harm, those deprecation feelings. I mean, I know they are for some people extremely strong, and they can be extremely dangerous. But to feel something, and NEN gives you so much feelings. You thought of yourself as one, and then suddenly you were everything, and then suddenly you were nothing. I mean, that's crazy. And after that, after you finally realized, oh yeah, I'm nothing, but maybe I'm someone, and oh maybe I'm everything again, and then again, oh, and I'm nothing, yeah. And this goes hand in hand, yeah. You have to be nothing and everything, and it clicks, and every situation you are in every situation, you see it, that you are nothing, that you don't have the right. And in every situation you see that you have more rights than everybody else around you. And this gives you a little bit of a superpower, of a thing you can a little bit do it like you want, yeah. If you want to be someone extremely outgoing, you can be with Verena. If you want to be someone who's lonely and doesn't want to do anything but to meditate, for example, you can be with Zetsu. You are just the one. You are just yourself, and finally realizing that you are yourself, you get to that final part of NEN, and that is Hatsu. Now that you realized that you are somewhere, that you are nothing, that you are everything, you can finally realize that you are only because you want to do something. I like a German phrase, and it's ich mache, was ich will. Ich mache, was ich will. Und it's translated in I do what I want to do. And I like to emphasize specific parts of this phrase. For example, I like to do what I want. It's I like to do what I want. But we can also emphasize the I do what I want. I mean, but that's the most I like, and it's I do what I like. And what is I? What do I really want to do? And that's Hatsu. And now that you realize you are someone, and you finally achieve a state of freedom, and you finally can do something with your life. And then what do you want to do? And you look around, and then I don't know, this might be cool, and you see it what it is, and you know it's extremely hard. I mean, for example, I want to study law, and get, I don't know, somewhere in life, and not even somewhere. I want to be really up there. I mean, I want to be someone. I mean, I achieved everything I wanted in my life. I mean, at that moment, so I'm happily forever, and I don't need anything. But I want to achieve more because of Ren, yeah. But of course, I also don't want to achieve nothing because of Zetsu. It's that simple. If I don't achieve anything, it's more than enough. I have everything. I have Zetsu, I have Ren, I have everything. But uh, with Hatsu, then it's more. It's like, oh, now you are someone, and you can finally see the things, and then you take it, and that's it. It's like, I want you, and then you take it. Oh, and yeah, that's Hatsu. And there is one criticism I would give Yoshihiro Togashi, and that is that although his story is amazing, both Hunter x Hunter and, for example, now it's gone in my memory. He wrote another story which is also extremely good, um, but his stories are also are always gray. They have protagonists who aren't good or bad, and that's the beauty of him. For of course, his writing style, and of course, much more his style of thinking himself into a situation is incredible. But what I wanted to say is, with Gon, and Gon is the protagonist of Hunter x Hunter. He created a character who isn't good or bad. Although Gon is beautiful, he's a boy. He lived on a beautiful island, and yeah. Um, he sees the world as it is, like in nature, nothing more, nothing less. He doesn't think of moral or law. He just thinks in his terms. He wants to do it. He does it. Yeah. Um, and that's while being extremely smart in a situation where you want to write something, extremely smart, because you don't want a character who's purely good. But in real life, my philosophy is that every person should only do good. And I know it's unnecessary. It's I believe in nihilism, I believe in solipsism, I believe in everything. I know, um, or at least um, uh, or at least I know that bad things are good. It's not that bad to do bad things. I mean, every person has his own history and everything, but there has to be something more about being good and bad. And the fifth principle I came to, I not I came to, but I found, was when I watched Renaissance Periodizations, Charlie Young's video on his mentality of training, and he mostly did say that it came from his Korean belief of Han, and Han is that deep sorrow and feeling of wanting to achieve something. And I mean, it's beautiful. I don't know if every person has this feeling, but, and I will make videos about this, but I know it. I know that but I have to know it. I have to believe that every person has Han, because if I don't believe in each person, that they have this flame, this Buddhist, for example, believe it, that some people have flames and some people do not have flames, and some people traditions don't believe it. Yeah, so they believe that every person has a flame, and my argument is, why do believe that some people don't have a flame? Because then you would just throw them away and they are not human, and that's it. I don't believe that every human is a human, but that's also another. I mean, free will and things. There are also many considerations. But in the end, I do believe that every person has a flame, or I think every person, I have to believe that every person has a flame, and every person has Han. And Han is this deep, sorrowful feeling of wanting to achieve something, and something is always good, because of course you want to achieve, for example, richness or wealth or popularity or something. Yeah, okay, but that's not Han. That's a little feeling. That's not nothing really to achieve wealth or popularity. That's nothing. Han is speaking about your true heart and your true belief in that you are nothing. Also, yeah, Han is also a lot with Zetsu. Um, that you are nothing, that you have to achieve everything you have the possibility to achieve, so that you can at least be at something, etwas, yeah, etwas is German, and to be at least someone. You are nothing until you achieve everything. Yeah, and with NEN, with Han, it's beautiful. It's not the only way, I think. I also think in terms of maybe getting to this state of NEN in other ways. I will make videos about it, but most of the time I think in NEN. And in, for example, if you watched Avatar, The Last Airbender, in one episode where the guru, not Guru Rima, but the guru taught Aang how to achieve his avatar state and to unlock his 7 chakras. And although this sounds so cringe, I like the thought of opening your chakras. That's also a way of thinking. I don't believe that NEN or chakras will give you superpowers, but I believe they give you powers, more than many people want to realize. Because if they don't have anything or no powers at all, then they don't have to achieve anything. But when you do have powers, with great powers come great responsibilities. I mean, everyone knows that quote, Spider-Man. And yeah, that's it. I mean, you have powers. You are someone, and you are everyone. Because why am I here? I mean, I'm no one. I'm no one. But you are one. You are someone. It's impossible. It's incredible. Yeah. And do something with it. Yeah. You will maybe have motivation for a minute, but after the motivation fades, you have to do still. You still have to do something, and your life is long. I mean, I will live to 120 or something, and I mean, I can live to up to, I don't know. I mean, it's I can do it. Why not? I mean, I do it. It's simply I do it, and yeah. I mean, I don't like Nike, but just do it. In the end, just do it. Uh, not things that are evil, but if you have fun, if you have this deep feeling of regret and depression, yeah, depression. I mean, depression helps. I mean, after my depression, I had blown my mind. Never. I mean, I was always a philosophical person, but depression opens your mind like nothing else. And Han does that too, to feel that, and NEN as well, to feel something. Finally, after so many years, I mean, it's incredible. Yeah. Good. Thank you.